Hi, everyone. So today I'm going to read a story that was published in the Freshwater Review, which is the literary journal of probably the institution with my favorite name, the College of Saint Scholastica. Makes me remember all of those book fairs from when I was a kid. I was really honored that this journal chose this story as their Rose Warner Prize winner for prose, which is a contest I didn't even enter, meaning that they selected it after it had been published by them as their favorite work of fiction that their staff had selected in 2019. So shout out to Freshwater Review and thanks to them. This is a pretty short little story. It's only 3 pages, called Still Life. Because some of us have cried too much and others not enough, we gather once a week in a dank, airless room and paint. The floors are covered in thin carpet like worn putting green, and the bulletin boards by the doors are strewn with tacked up flyers for church fundraisers, babysitting gigs, adult volleyball leagues. Everything smells like turpentine and salt. The woman in charge wears heavy draped frocks, hand knitted and evoking fishing nets. With her buggy eyes and straggly hair, she's like a mermaid who has been caught unaware and hauled to shore. Art therapy has been proven to help with grief, she tells us. We're all a little shell-shocked, but that might be the lack of ventilation. We're loopy from the fumes rolling off the acrylics. When she tells us to pick up our brushes and start painting, we look around at one another like, paint what? As if she can read our minds, she spreads her arms wide, spools of cloth stretching like wings, and says, "Today, paint anything you want." But what if we're no good? Not possible, she says, bringing her hands together like she's about to lead us in prayer. Simply not possible. Our spouses wait at home, dutifully warming up leftovers from the casseroles that have been left anonymously on our front stoops, or popping unopened boxes of Chinese into the oven, keeping lo mein and fried rice hot until we arrive. They rub our backs, open beers, ask us how it went. We shrug our shoulders, and they pull their hands away like we are burning. When we slip into bed, they roll away from us. We do not disassemble cribs, or box up soccer trophies, or sell our extra sedans. We leave toys strewn on floors, tighty-whities dripping from bureaus, cargo shorts curled in laundry baskets. Bedrooms become tombs, bathrooms museum exhibits where neon-colored toothbrushes go crusty with paste. When we paint our children the second time, a week later, the woman asks us to draw our children. But I can't do faces, someone says. A few others nod. What if their arms look weird? Another asks. One screams out, but I think I've already forgotten what Ava looked like. He starts sobbing. The woman's eyes go big for a moment, turning into globes behind her thick glasses. Then she gathers herself. It's okay, she says. This isn't about being perfect. It's about expressing yourself. So we do as we're told, smearing paint onto heavy blank canvases, dipping our brushes into water that goes muddy fast. The room is filled with the scratching noise of color glomming to thick fabric. We hold our brushes like chopsticks, like swords, like spatulas. The woman wanders the room, nodding but silent. She pauses every now and then, laying a hand on one of our shoulders but saying nothing. Faces bloom on easels, some lumpy, some long and droopy, a few just right. We gasp when a pair of eyes is vivid and real. We leave our works in progress in the room, assured by the woman that they will be safe. She is the last to leave. We gather in the parking lot, waiting for her to come out. We don't speak to her, but seeing her clop across the blacktop to her mud-colored Corolla eases our achy chests. When we come back, the paintings are alive. We sob when we see them. Our lost children, glamorous and sticky, smiling on canvas. Those with arms wave. Those with lips say hello and shout in gleeful greeting. If they have legs, they do high kicks of excitement. We stare, our jaws unhinged, our hearts thudding like gongs, our babes, our kin. We ignore the woman who is instructing us to pick up where we left off. Instead, we stare at our children. We tell them we miss them. We sob into our laps, wetting our pants like we've peed. No one lifts a brush, not even to fix imbalances or blemishes. One daughter has only a lower lip, and her voice comes out soggy and slow, like she's a recording gone bad. We don't add feet or fingers or noses. Then someone reaches out to stroke his son's buckwheat cheek. When his finger hits the canvas, the boy freezes, becoming just a painting. Cries ring out for the boy to come back, please. But even when the painter yanks his hand against his throat, the portrait is lifeless. Suddenly, it looks like a cartoon. Terrible. Childish. We don't look at him. We tell our children we will say hello to their mothers, their fathers, their siblings, that the cat misses them, curls up in a ball at the end of their empty bed at night, eking out the periodic howl of loneliness. We tell them that we understand that animal noise, that it crawls into our chest cavities every night when our homes are buttered with silence. Our children ask us to take them home, but we shake our heads. We glance at the frozen boy, his gawking half-smile entombed on pebbly parchment. We look to our lost children and tell them we are sorry, but they cannot come with us. They must stay here. When they moan out, "Why?" we look away. We cannot bring ourselves to tell them that we are cowards, that we must have these teetering, tottering children, frayed and egg-shaped and top-heavy, that no matter what they look like, they move and speak and laugh, and we cannot fathom the depth of silence we are otherwise left with, that surrounds us out there, where the world frames us, boxes us in like we are prisoners, locked in cells that no amount of paint can help us escape. The end. Thanks for listening.